Okay, so I'm going to talk just a few moments here about strategic default and whether you as a consumer faced with daunting bills and an inability to pay a mortgage foreclosure should consider strategic default. The fact of the matter is that strategic default is a complex legal question, moral question, and ethical question. You have to ask yourself whether you should default on a contract that you signed, understanding that there are consequences if you choose to do so. As an attorney, as an officer on the court, I'm obliged to tell people there are consequences by breaking contracts and not engaging or not fulfilling your proper legal responsibilities. But the fact of the matter is that in this day and age when we're all acutely aware of the improper practices that the banks and institutions have engaged in all across this country, we need to give a good hard look about whether or not fulfilling those contractual obligations on the part of the borrower is appropriate in circumstances where the banks and institutions have not fulfilled their responsibilities. Again, whether you choose to engage in a strategic default is a complex question that requires the insight and advice of an experienced attorney who knows the legal system and can advise you of your rights and responsibilities. Most importantly, you need attorneys that practice in your area. You need to seek out the advice of attorneys who are licensed to practice and understand the court system in the area you're located in. So if you choose to engage in a strategic default, there are a variety of considerations that you need to understand. There could be consequences for not paying your mortgage. You could be served with a foreclosure lawsuit. You could suffer tax consequences. One of the big factors that consumers need to understand is the potential tax consequences of going into foreclosure or engaging in a strategic default or a deed in lieu. So engaging in a strategic default is a complicated issue that requires a detailed understanding of a variety of laws, including tax laws. But one advice that I give to folks is it's often effective to be working with a realtor or another professional along with an attorney to consider things like a short sale listing or a negotiated settlement with a bank rather than just not fulfilling that contractual obligation. The fact of the matter is that if you are considering strategic default or if you're in foreclosure, you need an attorney who can work with you and advise you of your legal rights.